Hello, thank you for tuning into From Darkness to Light. My name is Shaunie and I will be your host. If you are Sagittarius involved with another Sagittarius or just the Sagittarius involved with yourself, this reading can be for you. This reading can be about family members, friends, lovers, and or others. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Sag, let's begin. Okay, we have reminiscing. So we have somebody here who's been thinking about the past, looking at photos, thinking about good times, thinking about you, or just dwelling on the past. So let's see what your tarot has to say here, Sag. Grab that. We have the Star card coming out here for hope, faith. Okay. Somebody is hopeful. We have the Sun at the bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands, the Emperor, and the Empress. Okay, male or female, which is what I find interesting here, Sagittarius. I feel like somebody's finally realizing with the Sun card showing up here that it's like outside interferences may have been blocking someone's growth or blocking some type of connection here in a situation with the Empress and the Emperor showing up at the bottom of the deck. Male or female, you have Taurus, Libra, and Aries energy showing up here. I'm getting Leo as well. For some of you, yeah, I feel like somebody's come to some type of realization that they allowed outside interferences to block their growth or block some type of connection. Now with the Star card coming out here, I feel like this person is hoping that the two of you can get things back on the right track. Okay. And we have the Hermit card. Okay, somebody's been doing some self-reflecting. That's what it is. Somebody's been doing some self-reflecting, doing some work on themselves. Some type of growth here with the Hermit card showing up. They may have been doing it in silence, alone by themselves, and this is where this realization has come from. But again, I feel like this individual is trying to have faith, or at least hopeful that things can get back on the right track. Okay, again, we have the Sun at the bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands again, Emperor, Empress coming up again, even after all the shuffling here. Let's see what else comes out here for you, Sag. Knight of Swords. Yeah, clearing the air, setting the record straight here. So somebody's trying to figure out how they're going to come in, how they're going to do that. Because, again, I felt like somebody was looking for ways to get things back on the right track. They've been thinking about how the situation unfolded, transpired, or went in general between the two of you, and any outside interferences that they allowed to influence this connection or influence their way of thinking. Okay, so they're hoping that they can come in with the truth. Okay, with nothing but the truth, with this Knight of Swords coming up here, and you will give them another chance, accept what is, forgive the past, whatever the case may be in that situation. Okay, that's pretty much all it is to it here, Sagittarius. I feel like somebody has been in some type of growth spurt, and they've been thinking about how they could have done things differently in this situation pertaining to you and them. Okay, again, like, it may have been outside interferences that was messing with this connection, distractions, okay, things like that coming in between this connection. And once they've had that time by themselves alone to reflect on the situation, the part that they played, the part that you played, they've come up with the conclusion that they want peace in this connection. They want things to not necessarily be the way that they were, because it may not mean that things were so good in the past, but they want to renew, start things on another note, and hopefully you'll forgive their transgressions, forgive their trespasses against you in whatever way that may be. And they want to do this by actually coming to tell you the truth about the situation, whether it was that they didn't appreciate you, that they were listening to other people, or they may have been in denial about something or another, whatever the case may be. But the main point here is that someone here has reflected on their actions, the situation, you, okay, they took that time out to grow, and I feel like they want you to know. So this individual may be reaching out, trying to contact you, connect to you in some type of way or another, to be able to expose this to you, to tell you to talk. Okay? Let's see what your oracle has to say here, Sag. I feel like this individual wants you to know and wants you to be aware of their growth, so that if you decide to give this connection another chance in some way or another, you know that they're not coming in the same person that they were before. And they want to start out with clearing the air and telling the truth. Embrace both light and dark. Yeah, which is what this person, had to do. They had to accept what happened and the roles that they played in the situation. If anybody was hurt here, they had to accept that they may have hurt you. They have to accept the fact that you might not be willing to pick up where you left off, or forgive in this situation. So embrace both light and dark. And I feel like this is what your person has been working on within themselves. True balance comes from embracing both your light and shadow. Both are necessary for growth. Basically, there can be no light without dark, and there can be no dark without light. Hopefully you understand the concept of that phrase. At the bottom of the deck, we have face your fears. Basically do what you know needs to be done or feel needs to be done. And I feel like this person is trying to face their fears by coming towards you and speaking their truth. Or vice versa. Shatter the false story. So whatever false story, false sales, someone was telling themselves just to not have to face the truth of the matter. I feel like this is what they are now coming upon. Shattering the false story, speaking their truth. What you keep telling yourself might not be the truth. Break the illusion and meet your soul without the mask. Break the illusion and meet your soul without the mask. So this person may have been in the past telling themselves that, you know, they weren't the problem, that things went the only way that they could go, or that they were justified in their doings. Okay, whatever the case may be, the story was false. Someone here didn't actually want to face the truth that, you know, you weren't the problem or they weren't the problem. But what was going on inside them was actually the real issue here. Okay? Sagittarius, that's what I have for you, and I hope it helps. I'll see you next time.